Ezra chapter 4. And when the adversaries of Yehuda and Binyamin heard that the sons of the exile were building the Hechal of Yahweh, Elohim of Israel, they came to Zerubbabel and the heads of the fathers' houses, and said to them, Let us build with you, for we seek your Elohim as you do. And we have slaughtered to him since the days of Esarhaddon, sovereign of Ashur, who brought us here. But Zerubbabel and Yeshua and the rest of the heads of the fathers' houses of Israel said to them, It is not for you and for us to build a house for our Elohim, but we alone build to Yahweh, Elohim of Israel, as sovereign Koresh, the sovereign of Persia, has commanded us. And it came to be that the people of the land were weakening the hands of the people of Yehuda, and troubling them in their building, and hiring counselors against them to thwart their plans all the days of Koresh, sovereign of Persia, even until the reign of Dariawesh, sovereign of Persia. And in the reign of Achashverosh, in the beginning of his reign, they wrote an accusation against the inhabitants of Yehuda and Jerusalem. And in the days of Artachshasta, Bishlam, Mithridath, Tabeel, and the rest of their companions wrote to Artachshasta, sovereign of Persia, and the letter was written in Aramaic and translated from Aramaic. Rehum, the governor, and Shimshai, the scribe, wrote a letter against Jerusalem to sovereign Artachshasta, thus, Rehum, the governor, and Shimshai, the scribe, and the rest of their companions, the judges, and the emissaries, the consuls, the officials, the people of Erech, and of Bavel, and of Shushan, the Dehawites, the Eliamites, and the rest of the nations, whom the great and noble Onsnapper took into exile and settled in the cities of Shomeron, and the rest beyond the river. And now, this is a copy of the letter that they sent to him, to sovereign Artachshasta, from your servants the men beyond the river. And now, let it be known to the sovereign that the Yehudim, who came up from you, have come to us at Jerusalem, and are building the rebellious and evil city, and are completing its walls, and repairing the foundations. Now let it be known to the sovereign that, if this city is built and the walls completed, they are not going to pay tax, excise, or toll, and cause the revenue of the sovereign to suffer loss. Now, because we have eaten salt from the palace, it was not fitting for us to see the sovereign's shame. Therefore we have sent and informed the sovereign, so that search be made in the book of the records of your fathers, and you find in the book of the records, and know that this city is a rebellious city, and causing loss to sovereigns and provinces. And revolt was stirred up in it since days of old, for which cause this city was destroyed. We inform the sovereign that if this city is rebuilt, and its walls are completed, then you have no portion beyond the river. The sovereign sent a message to Rehum the governor, and Shimshai the scribe, to the rest of their companions who dwell in Shomeron, and the rest beyond the river, peace. And now, the letter you sent to us has been plainly read before me, and I made the decree, and a search has been made, and it was found that this city in days of old has lifted up itself against sovereigns, and that rebellion and revolt have been made in it. And mighty sovereigns have been over Jerusalem, who have ruled over all beyond the river, and tax, excise, and toll were paid to them. Now make a decree to make these men cease, and that this city be not built until the command is given by me. And beware of negligence to do this. Why should damage increase to the hurt of the sovereigns? Now when the copy of the letter of sovereign Artachshasta was read before Rehum and Shimshai the scribe and their companions, they went up in a hurry to Jerusalem against the Yehudim, and made them cease by might and power. Then the work of the house of Elah, which is at Jerusalem, ceased, and it ceased until the 2nd year of the reign of Dariawesh, sovereign of Persia.